Hello, beautiful soul. I'm Sharon Svenson Hypnosis, and let's break the hold that a bad habit has on us. When we have lack thoughts, it leads to lack actions. And here's the beautiful deal. We were born with an inner guidance that when we show up for ourselves, when the fears crop up and we give them the soothing and the comfort and the relief, or we act on the wisdom and the clarity that it's guiding us to, it's a game changer. I've helped people overcome alcoholism. I've seen them release and give up cigarettes and just not want it anymore, where they start to own their life. And so they notice, instead of overindulging at a party, they're listening to their inner wisdom. And that might mean to be more light and playful, because lack thoughts lead to lack action. So you might notice different places when you overindulge. And I'm going to support you in starting to see the thoughts that precede and come before it that lead you to that. And it could be like going to a party. You just feel that need to drink so you can relax and let go of the stress. But oftentimes, what can be feeding that drive to have to escape, to have to choose something outside of yourself, are feelings of insecurity. Nobody will like me. Nobody will talk to me. It's like I'll feel unlovable and all alone. Or let's say you had a stressful day and you didn't show up for yourself. You didn't take the time or didn't know how to be calm and centered throughout the day, so that you weren't taking the heaviness and the burdens home with you, so that you arrived home feeling light and relaxed and free. And then you didn't need to escape with that drink or scrolling social media. Oftentimes, I've helped clients, I've seen them get out of debt and stop that mindless spending, because so often we spend from lack. We think that, temporarily, if we redecorate, or we get that new outfit, or we buy that program, it might temporarily give us an wonderful splash of upliftment and aliveness. Or it can bring a sense of relief, like, oh, I bought that program to improve my business, so finally I'm doing something. Or I took that class to learn and I paid that money and that feels good. But if you don't actually follow through or learn or apply it in your life, it's like this Band-Aid. So let's do what actually works. And this isn't about beating up on ourselves. This is not about bringing more pressure and anxiety. In fact, it's the total opposite. We want to let go. We want to meet ourselves with softness and love. You want to feel not a sense of heaviness and serious and, oh, I've heard this one again and again. Well, you don't understand. I need to lose the weight. I'm going on vacation. I'm going to have to be on the beach and show my body. Or you don't get it, Sharon. I have to lose the weight. I feel better about myself. And again, we're looking outside of ourselves. And when we start to sift through all that BS, like one woman, when I asked her the questions, well, do you think you're going to have more fun if you look better in your swimsuit? I mean, truly, have you had fun with the body that you have right now? And she's like, well, yeah. Is it really realistic to lose that weight in this short amount of time that you've given yourself? It's like, no, I guess not. So that she started to see that her grandkids weren't going to love her more, that It wasn't required to have a joyful, playful time. And that doesn't mean she releases the vision of wanting to lose the weight. It doesn't mean that she releases the vision of wanting to eat healthier, to be healthier, stronger, fitter. But we want to let go of the pressure. So join in with me. Find a beautiful, safe, comfortable space that you don't want to do this when you're driving or operating heavy equipment or doing something that you should be conscious and awake for to keep yourself safe. Like you don't want to do it in the bathtub, or if you're in a place near water where you could fall into it, that you want to show up for yourself, love yourself. And imagine it feels so good to line up with healthy choices. I remember years ago when I just remember instead of binge watching a series, I stopped, where I gave myself permission to do like one or two of the episodes, not because this was a made up arbitrary rule, because I had evidence that that felt right, that felt in balance, that allowed me to get a good night's sleep. And then I would tell myself, ooh, isn't that beautiful? You have more to look forward to, more to enjoy later on. And meanwhile, I can savor and appreciate what you just received or what you're receiving right now. So those are shifting from lack thoughts of, oh, I've got to find out what happened, or just one more, where you show up for yourself, you take that pause. So we'll start with a tool to get calm and centered quick, fast, because you want to operate from not a place of lack or pressure or anxiety or fear or just old beliefs, old habits that haven't blessed and served you, and come from a place of centeredness, peace, clear mindedness, where you can make those positive choices where they flow and it feels light and easy. That's when I know. That's when I know a client is there, when it's not something they have to push themselves to do. They want to do it. They're inspired to do it, where it's just happening. Ah, that's such a beautiful feeling. Like one client said, I don't know what you did to me, Sharon, but I just don't want to drink anymore. And what we did is we took the time. It's like one by one to go through the fears and the anxieties, to release the past fixations of feeling unsupported or unloved, and take the wisdom and the clarity forward of how she wanted to live life. We went to that place of reminding her, it's okay. It's okay to notice your blessings. I'll get caught up in that, noticing what I don't have instead of noticing what I do have, and going to that place of all is well, even when there's no evidence of it. Because you know what? Often we don't have evidence, that we can't predict or guarantee the future, but we can draw from the past. Because who do you want to be? That person that's lost in the woods with a friend? And do you want to be the panicky friend, the hysterical friend, the friend that makes that stupid choice and runs off in a crazy direction and gets more lost because you're coming from anxiety, fear, and panic? Or do you want to be that individual who can take those breaths, that can center and go to a peaceful place so they can make those clear-minded choices? That's who I want to be. And that's how I work with my clients. That's how I work in sessions. That's how I work in my joy shops. That's how I work in these Sunday sessions, to help you let go of the past, to help you feel at peace in the present, and to feel optimistic about the future, to release the pressures, to soothe the fears, to let go, because naturally who you are is a joyful being. You want life to go well for you. You actually want to make positive choices, like mindfully spending your money, living within your means. It's like saying yes to different opportunities, not from a place of stubbornness or no, that doesn't look right, it's got to be this way, but from a place of openness and receptivity, so that you're open for your good. So if you haven't already, find yourself a comfortable place. It could be seated, it could be laying down. Take a beautiful deep sigh breath. And on the exhale, go ahead and close your eyes. We're going to turn the sigh breath into a tool to release, to let go. These self-hypnosis tools, there's the sigh breath and the calm breath, which is just a sigh with an extra inhale in through the nose, and then an extended long release out through the mouth. Or just taking a sigh, and how it becomes a self-hypnosis tool. Instead of me guiding you into the hypnosis, you're going to be able to use these breaths in your conscious life, and you're going to have these good feelings associated with it, so that when you do the tool in your life, whether it's one beautiful deep sigh, inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose or mouth, or you do a double inhale sigh, 2 inhales through the nose, and an extended release out through the mouth, that you start to associate and feel these positive feelings with it, so that you can bring yourself into those good feelings again. I'm about empowerment. I want you to thrive. I want you to live a more joyful, expansive, and beautiful life. So keep taking those beautiful deep sighs, or take those double inhales if you're familiar with what I call the calm breath, 2 sharp inhales in through the nose, 1 extended exhale out through the mouth. And if you start to fall into a beautiful, deep meditative state and you lose track of your breathing, beautiful. It's all good. It's all good. Keep taking those beautiful, deep sigh breaths if you're in the conscious state, or if you're familiar with the calm breath, go ahead and do that. Letting the sound of my voice relax the body, still the mind. I'm going to go ahead and set my timer for 22 minutes so that I deliver what I said I was going to deliver. There we go. All right. Keep taking those beautiful deep sighs, or the double inhale breath. Inhale, inhale, out through the mouth, letting go, letting go, letting go. And feel this willingness. I'm willing. I'm willing to be like that child that asks for a million different gifts, but focuses in on their blessing. So often, it's like clients come to me and they want to list everything that's going wrong on the path and the way. Truly, to what we want more of is to notice the blessings, to notice the beauty, to not tell a story to feel sorry for ourselves, but to feel blessed and loved. Here's the beautiful deal: the past is the past. It's done. It's history. You're not supposed to relive it. You're not supposed to wallow in the negative memories. We want to take forth the clarity and the wisdom. And often clients say, but don't I need to feel it? And then I ask them, haven't you felt it? Haven't you gone there again and again and again? And they check in with themselves. It's like, yeah. And how's that working out for you? And inevitably the answer is, it's making me more miserable. It's making me feel more feelings of feeling unlovable or unsupported. Keep taking those beautiful breaths. We want to come from a place where we feel, where we remember, where you know that you are lovable, that you're not supposed to have it all together. You're not supposed to have it all figured out. It can be confusing because so often other people's love has been conditional. They wanted us to perform better, to be better, to think like them, to go through the hoops they thought we should go through. But this is our time to let all that go. Let the sound of my voice relax the body, still the mind. This is what I know. There's a part of you, whether you call it that part of you connected to source, God, infinite intelligence, your higher self, your whole self, that feeling when you've gone to a place of centeredness and peace and all is well, that remembers you came in pre-loved, pre-approved of, pre-liked. You just are lovable. You just are likable. That doesn't mean everybody's going to love you. That doesn't mean everybody's going to like you. It's going to be a good feeling that you can take with you. When you show up for a party, a new situation where you don't know others, you're doing a presentation or talk. What a beautiful feeling to feel that sense of, I just am lovable. I just am likable. That feeling of wherever you take yourself, wherever you go, you feel that sense of feeling good enough because you are good enough. You are never, ever supposed to be perfect. This is a time to let go of judging yourself. But Sharon, I'm not good enough. I drink. I'm an alcoholic. I'm a smoker. I'm fat. I'm poor. I'm this. I'm that. Or blah blah blah. Everything is right with you. Let's imagine a beautiful river of light coming from above, filled with infinite unconditional love, total acceptance, where there's no judgment. There's no judgment to what's in your bank account. There's no judgment to how well you've spent your money or the choices that you've made in the past. This is complete and total love that you count. My knowing the source, whether you call it God, love energy, great spirit, infinite intelligence, the benevolent and loving universe, or you just tap in to the energy of well-being where you feel it. This energy wants you to thrive, to joyfully live life where you're focused not on doing the things that you don't want to do, but you find instead in the evening you have the energy to do a project, to play with your kids, to make calls and connect up with others, to take a little mini vacation outside where you open up your mind. You say yes more to life, where you let go of feeling good, being conditional, whether it's on your health state, where people say, but Sharon, I've got this health condition. I can't be happy, not until it's fixed. And then we sift through and we find, well, have you been happy? Have you had joyful moments with this condition? It's like, well, yeah. So often we are trained up to think that we have to bring this heaviness, this fear and anxiety and worry to the problem. And that just leads us to lack thoughts, pressure, fears, anxieties. That's the total opposite of what you need. Feel this beautiful river of light coming from above. Imagine it, or maybe you just feel the flow of my words. You just can't get this wrong. You just can't get this wrong. Feel this freedom like a duck in water, effortless and easy. If I offer up a suggestion or an idea that doesn't resonate, that's okay. Just let it beat off you like water off a duck's back. So yeah, you get to pick and choose. This is your life. This is your journey. But feel this sense of like a dry sponge placed in water. If you can feel, if you believe this, if you believed a suggestion that I offered up, it would bless your life. It would make it better. It would give you more of what you desire and want. So I'm not asking if you trust in this, if you believe it, but if you felt that freedom to feel that love, would it bless your life? And what does love feel like? It feels soft, it feels light, it feels relaxed, it feels peaceful, it feels comfortable. Let the sound of my voice take you deeper and deeper. If you're still conscious, beautiful. That's your signal to focus in on your breath, to do beautiful sigh breaths, breathing in and welcoming in this soft energy, this peaceful energy, this loving energy. And on the exhale, feel this feeling of the shoulders dropping. Nobody appointed you God. What a relief. Nobody appointed you to fix the world. Often we'll fixate on all the things that are wrong, thinking that somehow if we just feel sick with worry, or we feel the heaviness or the anxiety enough, that we're going to make positive changes, and we just add more misery, more pain, more suffering into the world. Who can give love? Those that are in that loving energy, where we can be more supportive, more loving, more kind. From a place of centeredness and peace, we can make those positive choices. Let the sound in my voice, imagine it is dropping, the jaw loosening, the neck, the shoulders dropping, imagining this river of light filled with divine spirit, infinite intelligence, loving intelligence, support. Whatever your labels, fairies of the universe, angelic beings are on your side, on your team, backing you up, because you count. Your well-being counts. There's nothing you have ever done or said that takes away that truth. Infinite, unconditional love. Feel it soaking into your cells, and feel willing to let go of the self-righteous feelings, the stubbornness, whether it's a sense of turning the other cheek, but feel this feeling of just shifting away from having to focus on the wrongs that have been done to you, or focusing in on your mistakes or failures. Of course, that's part of learning. Welcome to the human race. When you remember, oh, that's right, I'm an internal, infinite being. I remember when my dad passed, and he came to me 3 times in a dream, and it was real, and he was there. And I would say, what are you doing here? You're dead. And then it's like, oh, that's right. Remember, we're eternal, infinite beings. And maybe you get there by energy never ever dies, so that you can still go back in time and space, and feel the good memories of a cat or a dog that was in your life, or a parent or family member or friend. And you can relive them, you can experience them, and then you're going to welcome them into your now experience. And keep taking those beautiful deep breaths. And know that we are loosening the grip and the hold of those lack thoughts. Feel a willingness, be willing. I'm willing to feel beautiful, even if others have told me that I have too much fat content, or that I've told myself that I am willing to feel beautiful, even if I have wrinkles or a wart or whatever it might be. Beauty is an energy. It's a beautiful feeling. And let the sound of my voice, imagine it is dropping the shoulders. Feel that river of light coming from above, imagining it shining on you, like a day where the temperature for you feels just right, where you can feel it maybe soak into your skin. Maybe for you, you're feeling the sun with a clothing on. Maybe for you, you're under shade. We just want a beautiful feeling of this joyful, nurturing, supportive, comfortable energy melting, soaking into your skin. where you become this energy that feels lighter, softer, more peaceful, more comfortable, more free. Letting the sound of my voice take you deeper and deeper and deeper. Feel this energy loosening the neck. And if that's not happening, that's okay. That's okay if your body's not relaxing. Your higher self, your beautiful subconscious mind, they're still hearing. They're still getting this. Sometimes it can bring up more resistance. That's beautiful. We just want to relax into it. Notice maybe a part of our body that does feel comfortable, does feel relaxed, like maybe a pinky feels good, or a little toe, or a different part of your body. We want to give the message to the body. That's what we're going for. Peace, softness, feeling the sense of like a dry sponge placed in water. You don't have to effort. You can just let it soak into your cells. Remembering the past is the past. It is done. It is history. You don't have to relive it anymore. You can remember those moments when you felt nurtured and loved and accepted, where you felt good about yourself, capable, beautiful. But there's people out there that maybe you wouldn't consider attractive that are living joyful, expansive lives. It's a lie that we have to be youthful or attractive or have a certain body fat content or have a certain amount of money to laugh, to enjoy, to live life more fully and freely with the resources that we have, with the blessings and support that we have in our lives. Feel this willingness, willing to let go of any stubbornness. When I say stubborn, so often clients will say, but no, it's got to happen right now before I can be happy. I need to have the money in my bank. I need to have the relationship. I need to have the weight loss. I need to have a resolution of my health issue before I'm willing to feel the energy of playful or healthy. All we have is the now moment. This is it. All we have is the now moment. There's no guarantee that it's like we're going to have a world tomorrow, but feel this sense of freedom that it's okay. It's okay for you to feel good, to enjoy the moment now. Why do we want anything? Because we think it's going to make us happier. Let's feel healthy right now. Let's feel a feeling of feeling centered and balanced and peaceful. So often clients will say, well, I can't do it. It's just who I am. I'm a smoker. And this could be somebody that they quit drugs or they overcame different things in their life. It's like, of course you can do this if you want it. If you want to live in a different way, if you want to experience even better feelings, because the habits, they're just there to help us. They're just trying to take care of us from our programming that we have within. Like smoking can give us a little smoke screen and distance or help us to connect with others or to give us permission to have a break or temporarily give a feeling of centered and calm. To not beat up on yourself if you have had bad habits. So what? Everything is right with you. It doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with you in any way. In fact, you're normal. You want to feel good. You want to feel soothed and comforted and peaceful. You want to feel a sense of optimism and positivity and good things coming. You want to be that cooperative component with your body. And when you're in fight or flight, when you're in that survival mode or that victim mode, it's like it turns off. That it focuses on survival. It's like focuses not on healing and restoration and rejuvenation and releasing and letting go of old patterns and thoughts. It's in a whole different mode. So that just by relaxing, just by going to this centered and peaceful place where you remember you are lovable, you do count. letting the sound of my voice drop you deeper and deeper, and feel this release like a hot air balloon that releases its weights. Feel a willingness to let go of any permanent feelings, just like feelings of anxiety and fear and worry. They're temporary, they're temporary, they're temporary, they're temporary. They're not supposed to stay forever. They're not supposed to guide you to other anxious and fearful thoughts. They want to guide you to softer thoughts, lighter thoughts, to the soothing and the comfort and the relief. And more being willing to show up for yourself when you have those fears, those anxieties, to remind yourself, I'm willing. I'm willing to give myself soothing and comfort and relief. I'm willing to let go of the pressures and the anxieties that lead me, feed those negative patterns of thought and habit, because a bad habit can be just worrying, feeling anxious, feeling fearful, going to the old standby of, well, what if they don't like me? What if they don't love me? What if I screw up? In fact, always those negative patterns of thought feed the external habits, whether it's smoking, cigarette, binging, whether it's procrastinating. Let's take another couple of beautiful breaths, either doing the calm breath, 2 sharp inhales through the nose, exhaling out through the mouth, or just a beautiful deep sigh, letting go, letting go, letting go, letting go, dropping deeper and deeper and deeper, being willing to focus on the blessings, willing to feel at ease and comfortable with yourself, willing right now to let in this softness, maybe imagining this joyful, loving energy soaking into the center of your chest, into your heart, a peaceful feeling in the lungs, a clear feeling in the sinuses, a clear feeling in the air canals. It is safe to see from a perspective of love, even when there's so many things that you want to improve outside of you, when there's so much that you want to change. Beautiful. Let's do what's effective. Let's be that calm-centered person that gets lost in the woods instead of the person that gets anxious and fearful and panicky, that runs away from the place that we're at, and then the rescuers can't find them, because we make compromised choices when we're in a place of fear and anxiety. We want to come from centered, peaceful, and clear. You want to be able to enjoy your joyful journey along the way. I think of one friend who was also a client who shared with me how horrible it was for her to visit another friend with cancer every week, how they cried and it felt so heavy and it kind of felt awful for both of them, but she wanted to be supportive. She wanted to be kind. And I said, what kind of questions are you asking? And she said, well, I ask her how she's doing, and she gives me the update about all the worst. It's like, well, how awful. That what does she need more than anything? She wants to feel optimistic. She wants to be able to play and laugh and have fun. And this was a long friendship that went back decades. They had a lot of joyful memories. And so she turned it around and she said, oh my gosh, it's a pleasure for both of us, where we laugh and we enjoy each other's company and we remember those beautiful positive memories. And it's a healing time, a regenerative time, a restorative time instead. And things did turn around for her friends, for her friend. And is that a guarantee that something's going to turn around for somebody else? Keep taking those beautiful deep breaths and letting go of trying to play God, letting go of trying to figure it out for others, and feel that sense of freedom. She was a cooperative component. She gave her a gift. my knowing that that helped and supported her friend, because when we're in that joyful, expansive place, the body can heal and restore and turn on its healing. But either way, whether her friend did end up transitioning into pure positive love and light, she can say, ah, we had some good times. We connected. That's a good feeling. So feel this willingness. All right, our 22 minutes is up. My timer has gone off. So go ahead, if you haven't already, feel your body start to maybe wiggle a little bit and awaken. Opening up as your eyes are ready, coming back into this time and place. If you're listening to this when you can drop into a deep healing, restorative, meditative state, or a rejuvenating healing nap, or you can just drop into a deep healing sleep, that's good too. But if it's time to go about your day and come back into this time and place, open up your eyes and feeling good. I hope you're feeling more light and expansive. Keep coming back to my YouTube channel. I have the beautiful tool to get calm fast. So we use breaths that have proven and been backed up by science to bring in calm quickly, like the sigh breath, the double inhale sigh breath. And I've got tutorials on my YouTube channel you can explore and check out and take them deeper. And I'm going to be adding more subliminal hypnosis recordings to my subliminal hypnosis playlist. That's where you just play it in the background, whether it's when you're sleeping or doing chores. Some recordings, they do take you into a deep healing state, so they're not made to do when you're driving or taking a bath or near water, operating heavy equipment. So make sure you check out the descriptions. And I also do hypnosis sessions and hypnosis packages and have helped so many people turn around their bad habit and intentionally and mindfully live their life free of the addiction and making those positive choices on how they want to live and be. So go to my YouTube channel, Svenson Hypnosis, like and subscribe. That supports me. It encourages me forward to make more videos to bless you. And go to my Svenson Hypnosis website and sign up for a free discovery session and learn more about how I can support and help you. All right, blessings and love.